Hello everyone, welcome back to the Integrity Botanicals YouTube channel. Today I am sitting down and sharing with you a second installment of some empties, and I know that you guys really like these. I really enjoy making them. I have slowed down a lot in January as far as like trying a ton of new things, but if you like the new, don't worry, my next video is going to be new launches for January. But this time of year, just in the beauty scene, fashion scene, all this type of stuff, it's a little bit quieter. So I've taken the time to just revisit products that I really like. I've been a lot more loyal to products as well, and I do have some things to share with you. And I love getting the chance to like not just try something for a week or a few days and give you my first impressions. I think it is so fun to sit down and really let you know how I feel about something when I've come to the very bottom of it. So we are just going to kick things off with, you know, this will probably be in every empties video. This is the Cleo and Cocoa Charcoal Deodorant, specifically in the Cocoa Beach fragrance. You guys, it is vanilla and coconut. I love it. It is aluminum free, of course, and this formulation in particular is also baking soda free. So this is great for my very sensitive underarms. It is a vegan formulation as well. It just glides right on. I already have a new one of these. You can see I've been scooping out the last little bit and just rubbing it in with my fingers, getting every little penny's worth out of this. And I like that the packaging does allow you to do so. But if you are just trying a lot of natural deodorants and you don't like rubbing it on, I'm only doing that at the bottom. This glides right on like a traditional deodorant. It doesn't leave any heavy white marks. It doesn't never melt into the armpit either. It's just a great fuss-free formula and a really wonderful fragrance. So they have other options. If this one's not necessarily speaking to you, I can say 2 thumbs up from me on this formula. But I also want to say, I always like to mention this, I am not super heavy sweater, so I can't speak to that aspect of it, but it's got me covered just fine. Then from Agent Nature, this is the Holy Oil. This is a little trial. I want to include the trial sizes in here as well, because I know it's not a full product, but it is definitely enough to let me know if I like it. But this one is an Old Faithful. This is all I had left, and I was using it like a little too sparingly, like on days I really wanted my skin to look good or days that my skin was really dry. I was reaching for this one, and it is just my very favorite. So this is just meant to penetrate the skin deeply, leave it feeling hydrated, brightened. It reduces redness, dark spots, hyperpigmentation, everything like that. There's vitamin C, rose hip oil, as well as Bulgarian rose damasca in here. And I don't know how to describe it, you guys. If you could pick up a sample, this is not available. I forgot how I got this. Maybe like an old gift set or something like that. But I have the full size right there behind me. It is my favorite facial oil on the whole website, and it is not a cheap one, but I don't know how to say enough good things. My skin just loves this. It's great for all skin types. It's not slick and slippery. It is just the ultimate. I just love what it does for my skin. Makeup underneath of it, it always looks amazing as well. It's just like, these are the things I look for, and it checks all of those boxes 10 times over. If you've not tried it, I highly recommend that you do. Another facial oil that I did finish up, I was being so good, I was really devoted to using this. This is by the Essentialist. This is their Daily Renewal Facial Oil. So I started using this a lot when the Essentialist launched on the website, because they've got these great gua sha tools as well. I don't know if you guys are familiar, but great price point. You know, I talked about the Mount Lay one a lot, but if you're just looking for a good, straightforward, aesthetically pleasing gua sha, the Essentialist is where it's at. But their Daily Renewal Facial Oil retails for $84, suitable for all skin types as well. Of course, pairs beautifully with their gua sha tools. What I really like about this formulation is there is a plushness to this oil. And if you're new to facial oils, it's kind of hard to describe. This one, all oils are runny, but this one had like a thickness to it. And I don't want to say thick because I think that has a negative connotation. It's not thick and greasy. It was just plush, like it had weight to it. And I really felt like that it was hydrating the skin. There's argan oil in here. There's grapeseed oil in here, as well as strawberry seed oil. So a bunch of superfruits. So it smells great. It performs beautifully. It's hard to compete with the Agent Nature, I have to say, but I really, truly enjoyed this facial oil. And if you have a more normal to dry skin type like me, of course it's suitable to all skin types, you could use it, but I could just say on my more dry, normal skin, I really did enjoy using this. In fact, I used it most mornings. So was sad to see that one go, but also happy to have my full-size Agent Nature. So it's just hard, guys. There's a lot of good products out there. Then from Demamiel, we've got 2 Demamiel products. I am such a facial mist girl now. There was a period of time where I was like, I don't really get it, guys, but this one is extra special. This is the multi-active Hydra Mist, and this one's really great because it's almost more of an essence, and it's almost more of an essence only because it has so many skincare benefits, as do most Demamiel products. So if you're unfamiliar with this line, maybe I'll do a deep dive. I don't think I have in all the years of the channel, but those of you who know Demamiel know it and love it very, very much. So first things first, they've always got beautiful fragrances. This is a jasmine, rose, and neroli fragrance, so it's very natural, a little bit herbaceous. I love a natural rose and incredibly calming as well. This is a peptide packed facial mist, so it's not just going to be it's not just like putting on some hyaluronic acid and allowing the other skincare products to benefit more. It's actually doing something for the skin, but it also has hyaluronic acid. It does also have wild rosella, vitamin B5, rice peptides I've already spoken about. So I loved this. I thought my skin looked particularly good when I was using this one. I thought it made a really great vehicle to put serums and things on top of as well. I love the mister. I like this, even like the actual top of the pump is thicker than a traditional mister. I even really like that. And this lasted me a long time, and I liberally use this both morning and in the evening. This is a pricey one as well at $99, but I have to say, in all of my toner mist sort of life, this one absolutely stands out. So maybe I'll have to do a little mist lineup. I could definitely do that. I've tried a ton over the years, but I am like a devout user now, and I will miss this one greatly. Also from Demamiel, I finished up a cleansing oil. That is one of my most gone through sort of beauty items ever. This is their brightening cleansing oil. Now, I have just discovered that I like a water soluble cleanser. This is not that. So this is gonna need a warm muslin cloth, but to give it some perks as well in the winter months when your skin is particularly dry, these are beautiful because I don't want to say it leaves a film behind, but you are getting a lot more hydrating benefits than when it's all just washing off with the water. So it starts off as an oily texture. You go ahead and pump it into the hand. You add a little bit of water. It's going to get a little bit milky. So you can use this in the evening. Completely breaks down the makeup, like I said. Use the muslin cloth, that way if there's any mascara residue under the eyes, you're not left with any sort of black circles. That will help remove it. But I love this as a first cleanse. Then you can also use this in the mornings, and in the morning it's so great because it will give you that added dose of hydration that I spoke of. So during this time of year, which was the tail end of my use of this product, I was like, oh, right, like I'm getting it. I see that my skin is definitely more plush once I use this product. But there is also maca root and vitamin C in here, so that is the brightening properties. So if you have any hyperpigmentation on the skin, or there's just a general dullness, this might be a great added step to get a more brightening in outside of your serum and, you know, more designated treatment. There is also ferulic acid. Ferulic acid actually boosts collagen production, and there's also sacha inchi and blue tansy in here, so that was very much influencing the fragrance of this as well, which I really enjoyed. It just have a blue colorway, and those are both very soothing and calming ingredients. So if you have more reactive skin, this might be something to look into, like reactive dry skin. I think that you might really, really enjoy this. I don't think this one I will be repurchasing for my skin type and what I'm looking for specifically, but it did the job. You know what I mean? No complaints as far as that department. It's just, I like a water soluble formula. And I also live in South Florida, guys, so I'm not really against the elements, and that may be a whole different thing for you. Another little sample that I used up that I wanted to touch base on was from Free and True. This is their Moment of Clarity. This is an AHA complex toner. AHAs are alpha hydroxy acids. This is a 6% natural, you know, plant-based sort of blend of all of those things, no chemicals. The full size does retail for $38 and comes in a spritzer, so you could spritz it right onto a cotton pad. For me, I did like this. I just find that I do a lot of exfoliating on my skin. I suffer with congestion and things like that. This was just a little bit too delicate. I've been using, I will grab it even. I have been using this AHA solution from Indie Lee, and I've really been liking this. I find that this one's a little bit more potent, but if you have more sensitive skin, this might be a great gateway into that sort of world. Indie Lee does also have pre-soaked pads that I love. Those are probably my favorite, but I'm like, okay, let me be good, use this guy up. I use this guy up as well. I took this with me when I was traveling and things like that, and I did really enjoy it for that sake. I just found that was a little too mild for my skin type in particular, but good price point, and I love that brand. Then from Lil Fox, guys, I was so good. I used an entire eye cream, but this one I really love. I miss it. I'm trying to be good and use up some other things before I repurchase, but this is heavy on the brain, and I scraped out every last little bit of this stuff. This is from Lil Fox. This is their Ambrosia Immortalis, the eye complex. Now, what I love about this is that when you get it, it is this beautiful blue color, and it's a really rich cream. I have very dehydrated under eyes. You can use this in the morning, just be a lot more delicate as far as the amount, a little more conservative, I should say, with the amount that you are applying underneath the eyes. But in the evening, go for it. You can build this up and use it as an eye mask as well. It essentially leaves plumped, smooth skin behind. It's got a great fruity scent. Beautiful ingredients list. I will link all of these products as always, you guys. That way you could do your own research. Let me know what you think. And then you could also deep dive into the ingredients list and see if it's the fit for you. Can't say I really noticed any brightening of my under eyes. That is a genetic thing. That's a really difficult thing to sort of attack. But as far as plump, hydrated under eyes, which this claims as well, I find that it does that tenfold. Absolutely love this. Will be back in my collection once I use up something else. And then two final things, makeup products. These are probably the only two that you're really ever gonna see in a video from me, unless it's a single eyeshadow. I do go through some of those as well. But from Fit Glow, we've got their Correct Plus. This is in the shade Peach. So there's 3 different shades. There's a darker peach tone if you have a more rich complexion, and there's a lighter shade, Eye Bright, but you can use those in tandem. So this does more color correcting. So if you have purple underneath the eyes like me, instead of letting my eye cream sort of take on that big issue, I let the makeup sort of take that on. So I will just apply this right here. I get a super dark spot right there. I apply it right there as well. It is going to cancel that out so that my concealer is actually concealing and it's not a mask and makes my under eyes look gray. So if you struggle with that, consider a color corrector. I do also love the Air Perez. I'm using that right now. That Air Perez is a little bit more flesh tone than peach, so I think when I use that one up, I will repurchase this because I find that it does a little bit more heavy color correcting, and it also pairs beautifully with my favorite concealer, which I've also used up. So I've also used up the Fit Glow Conceal Plus. This is in the shade C 3.7. My favorite concealer. Full coverage, doesn't look creasy, looks great with their under eye powder that I love. There are 18 shades. It is creamy but not crazy emollient. So if you have any sort of skin type, I think you will love this. I scraped this thing. You can see like this baby looks like it has been through the ringer. When you hold it in the light, it is truly empty, and it was absolutely repurchased. So this is my favorite concealer that we offer on the website. If you've not tried it and you need some serious coverage, whether it be spot concealing or underneath the eyes, I cannot recommend this enough. And if you have a similar skin tone to me, I'm like a light medium olivey golden tone, 3.7 works great underneath my eyes as well as on the face. So I've said it 1,000 times, kind of over bright under eyes. I like everything to look sort of the same tone, and that is excellent for me. Of course, I am wearing it today. But that is it, everyone. Those are my products that I used up. I used up about 10 and I'm pretty proud of myself. I know some of them were minis, but it allows me to speak about different products, let you know what I like, what I'm immediately repurchasing, what's on the horizon for me, all of that good stuff. So I hope that you guys enjoyed the second installment of the Empties. If you did, please give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe. I upload new videos here every single week. I don't want you guys to miss it. Let me know if you want to see the next installment of this. It'll probably be like in another 2 months or so. It's probably about as quickly as I can pump these out every so often. Down in the comment section below, would you please let me know what you have used up recently, whether you loved it, hated it, if you need a recommendation for something maybe. I would love to help you out with that as well, so please do so. But while you're down there, checking out the description box, subscribing, thumbsing the video up, all of that good stuff. Make sure to check out all of our social media as well. I always include it down there. You'll get bonus content from us on our Instagram. You could sign up to our newsletter. It'll remind you when videos from me go live. It'll remind you about sales on the website. A bunch of exciting, fun things. That way you guys just stay in the know. But all of that for you is down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for all of your consistent love and support. As always, let me know what you want to see from me next, and I will catch you guys in my next one. Bye.